Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, so those super annoying shaders are mostly done. So that's cool. Now all I need to do is fix the review comments. And I should probably close these. Honestly, I should close all these tabs too. Yeah. Although some of these I wanted. What was I looking up? Oh. Yeah. I'm thinking of implementing something to have configurable color schemes. I think that's one of the next things that's holding Manim back in terms of making things look really presentable. But for now, I'm going to address these review comments, so let's do this. OpenGL render, something that's not used. Let's do that. Okay. Non-GLSL files. Some more people report it works. Glad that worked. And this is without anti-aliasing. I wonder how that anti-aliasing PR is coming along. Did we just drop that? Should probably just merge this. Although it's on someone else's branch. We should just copy it or something. But anyway, that worked. Use for chicken filters and this. Using one of them. Yeah, when you use one of them, that happens. OpenGL group import scene. I don't think that's needed. Yeah, that's not used here, and actually this isn't either. Aquabeam, what's going on? The OpenGL API. Matrices, etc. So that's supposed to be like that. And this is supposed to happen. The rewritten shaders are projected differently. Shader business handle, what else needs to be done? What do you mean by needs to be done? What I'll probably start doing next is go back to the tutorial. And then I'm probably going to do that. And probably at the same time, I'll start looking for a way to have configurable color schemes. Because I'm getting tired of the same backgrounds and stuff. My terminal color theme is Dracula, and so I think it'd be nice to just import Dracula, although I know this isn't all of the colors that are needed. And the reason I know that is because terminal color codes have a background color. Wait, background color like this. Well, this is foreground, red foreground, and a background color. So that's not all of them. Would approach merging the OpenGL_X and the X files. Yeah, we get rid of the non-OpenGL ones. And then that's it. I don't know if it's feasible to like merge all the features from Cairo into OpenGL. I don't know if that's a good approach. I mean, it might be doable, but I think that'd be way too slow and not really worth it. But that said, this shader thing is probably the last thing I really care to get merged into the community version. Probably for a while. Because it's kind of too slow for me. Okay, so I took that out. I'm gonna close down these. This I'll just close. And this. Great. Okay, so don't see any reason that would fail. So now I can start working on the tutorial again. However, I forgot everything related to that tutorial. Let me go into the second Manim copy. I might end up just doing this from scratch. Yeah, it was pretty good. There's just so many, like a few small things that made it really annoying. And text was one of them. 6419. So I had this to go through the pipeline. A really basic shader. Okay, so this was an animation. This was just an explanation, sort of. Homogeneous coordinates, barycentric interpolation. Some basic GLSL. Model view projection. Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to start bringing some of this stuff back over. And also maybe get an example scene to showcase it all. So put this on Manim 2. Where was this? This was on Manim 2. And here, let me look at the Python file. Okay, so I think the first big thing was this one for the to show the pipeline and stuff, which I remember being a pretty complicated animation. Let's start up tutorial again. And I'm gonna try to just copy over the tutorial file from before, and I don't think it'll work at first. Actually, I'm pretty certain it won't work at first. But just to try to get it started. Like this, tutorial GUI should just be the GUI now. Oh, I don't have the gRPC stuff. Yeah. Oh, that house, that was cute. Well, for now I'm gonna take out the imports. Don't need this, I think. Actually, I might need that. Well, it says it's not accessed. Won't use this right now. And either of these. Okay. Oh yeah, one of the things I remember being annoying with this was that scene caching was making it way slower than it needed to be. That was annoying. That might be worth taking out of the, like, fixing. But at the same time, I think I'm probably just gonna make a fork of the community version and do everything there. That might be the way this goes. Okay, let me see if I can run this OpenGL pipeline. MC Euler. Yeah, something like that. I might not name it. I just make it a fork. Well, don't think this is gonna work, but... Oh hey, that wasn't terrible. Vertices diagram. And then if I continue this, that didn't work. Oh well, I think it did work. There's just nothing after you continue it. Okay. So there's a trade-off. One thing I can see these, since this text is not anti-alias, it looks a little worse. Like, there's no denying that. Go to open source or just private stuff, you might see some cool feature might be pointing over. It'd probably be mostly open source. The only reason I wouldn't make something open source is if I didn't want people changing it while I was still working on it. That could be a little annoying, but other than that, I don't really mind open sourcing everything. One of the reasons I wanted this text to be compatible with projection matrices is that I know how to make it so that this text is always facing the camera. I know how. How much work would it be though? Maybe it wouldn't be terribly much. No, it probably would be kind of a lot. I won't try to do it right now. Okay, let's try to go to here. So that's correct. And continuing isn't working. And that didn't work either. I did something weird. Fade out and shift. Was this function taken out or something? Fade out and shift up didn't shift up. Fade out shift equals whatever. Gotcha. I should also figure out how this skip animation preview works. I think what I was doing is setting it to true at first, then setting it to false later on like this. And maybe this will automatically skip. Yeah, I think that worked. Let me update the shortcut for this. Snap, I run this. Great. Cool. Fade out. I assume you put the mobject here, and then shift equals whatever. Okay, that's what I expected. And then is it like fade in? Something like this, but wouldn't it be shift equals down? Yeah, okay. I guess that... Yeah, okay. Wait, let me update this one more time. Was I disabling caching? Looks like it wasn't. So I'll do that too. Great. Okay, so that's what I expect. What is this doing? Oh, this is just pausing at the end. Okay, let's try to go to here. I'll start watching from there. Well, it faded out the wrong way. Actually, all of these fade out like this. Fade in from. Shift equals down, right? Fade out, be like this, fade in from. Like that. Okay. And honestly, all of these things where there's like fade out and whatever, I'm gonna have to change. There's not a ton of them. There, shift up here. Also shift up. And fade in from. I'm just gonna change all of these first. That should be shift equals down. That should be shift equals down. Okay, that's the only ones. Okay, so now maybe if I'm lucky, I can clear all of this to the next interactive embed. Okay. It bothers me how much code that is. I guess it's not a ton. I actually remember this being kind of annoying because I had to figure out how to tell if a point was inside the triangle, yeah. And that was really hard for some reason. Alright. Now I'm gonna just try to do all of it. I should really cache the triangulation, because I can sort of tell the difference that this is triangulating on every frame when it doesn't have to. Anyway. Oh, that's in the wrong place. Not sure why that's over there, but okay. And blending. Is it getting further to the left too? Interesting. Yeah, now you can really tell that it's triangulating on every frame. I wonder what it was that made the text off-center like that. Is that something I did? Skip animation preview. Let me start this from the beginning again. Is it a Q key? Okay. Okay, so it was something with the camera that made the text go off center. Although it is, it's not fitting on the frame completely, so there's that. But yeah, I can totally tell this is doing the extra work from triangulation. It's not terrible. I definitely want that to be faster if I can help it. Cool. Cool. Well, that's doing what I expect it to. Shader data. I remember doing this with boxes, and I'm not totally sure if I want to like teach it that way. Wait, what is this doing? Wow, this is a lot of code. I wonder... I feel like I don't have to do this much, right? Because now that I have the test shader... maybe not this one? Is there a basic shader or something like that? Default. I can just show this shader and the fragment shader that goes with it. And I can show these entire shaders on the screen. And yeah, there isn't... They cover pretty much everything. The only thing is that there's no varying. Although I could fix that too, I think, if I use the vertex colors one. Oh, whoops. So this vertex shader and this fragment shader. This has attributes, varyings, and uniforms. And explains all of them. So I could just show this whole thing on screen and then show like a rotating triangle. I think that'd be pretty helpful. Although this does use model view and projection matrices. Let me see how much of this is pretty much done. So this was done. Well done modulo polishing. So I'll write that down. Dash code needs polishing and possibly writing. So they needs code polishing, writing. Attributes, varyings, uniforms. I think this is just something to talk about. I don't think I need a section to really talk about these. Homogeneous coordinates and barycentric interpolation. That's the same thing. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna get a class to just show a rotating triangle or something like that. And that shouldn't be too difficult. And it should go through a lot of information. So for now, just do self.add GL circle or something. Do this. And if I run that, I just see the circle, great. So now, also I can remove that. I'm going to want to use a mesh. It's going to be pretty similar to this actually. Get plain mesh. Let me just do this, actually. So this will be the self.context, or self.render.context. This self.renderer. The vertex colors shader. And I'll get this mesh. I'll add that mesh. See how that looks. Interesting. It's like when the circle and the plane occupy the same space, it does something weird. But that's what I expect, so. Okay, and now here. So this takes homogeneous coordinates. It needs that extra 1. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Let me only have the XY plane here. And I have to update this to, what, 6? Okay, and I should be able to live update this, right? So let me take off that, take off this, change this to a 3. Great, and this just changes. So what I want to do, let's make this -1, -1, +1, -1, and then 0, 1. Okay. -1. I wish I knew how to make this equilateral, but I don't. Let's make that a 1.5, that a 1.5. Great, so that's a pretty normal triangle. And I want to rotate this. At the same time, I want to hopefully display the shader code. Yeah. Although I wonder if it's even worth showing a shader that uses projection matrices before introducing projection matrices. Would that be too confusing? Probably would be pretty confusing. I'll still want to have this animation though. It'd be a lot. Okay. So maybe what I do first is do the shader that just like covers half the screen. And that introduces the concepts really easily. Although the triangle it draws is really weird. And you wouldn't be able to like drag and change it either. But I'll probably end up doing that first. What I have to do right now is find a way to rotate this. And the way to rotate this is to rotate these points. Which shouldn't be hard to do. Don't I just multiply by... Which rotation matrix would that be? That's the X direction. That's the Y... Whatever one is around the XZ rotation matrix. Okay, so let's add an updater. Here's a mesh. I think I will want a triangle. No, I'll just leave this how it is right now. So let's do this. This will take on a mesh. And maybe it should take a timestamp. I'll just pass this for now. Okay, so that didn't crash. And what will I want to do? I want to do is like mesh dot attributes and invert plus equals, right? I don't even know if I can do this with a 2D array. Looks like something crashed. Yeah, something crashed. What do we got? Operands could not be broadcast together. If I want to add a vector to all of these, I actually don't know how to do that. Get out array. So I can just put 1, 2, 3 in here. Now if I do R plus another. Oh, that does work. I just did this wrong. Wait, this is already a NumPy array, right? Plus equals? That looks like it works. Oh, this has 4 dimensions. So I have to do 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 like this, and maybe that'll run. Great. It like ran into the distance. Wait, why did it do that? Oh, I'm adding to the homogeneous coordinate. There we go. Guess I can keep that there. Okay, so now what I want to do instead of that is rotate it here. And that will mean finding the rotation matrix. Close that, close that, close that. I have to go to space ops, I think. Or maybe OpenGL utils? Or utils OpenGL? And I want the Y one. So this is 4 by 4. I think that's what I want here. So what I have to do is this. Blake 4096, what's going on? We're just trying to find a way to teach OpenGL in a sane way. And using Manim, which it's usually not used with. So this is a 4 by 4. Yeah, it'll be kind of difficult. Okay, here's what I think I have to do. Because normally I would do vector equals, like rotated vector equals, like the rotation matrix times, which is an @ sign, the vector. Since this is a list of vectors, oh, but this is a list of row vectors, not column vectors. So do you do it on the other side? I'm just gonna do this. So I'm gonna say itself. Then I'm gonna try to multiply GL.Y rotation matrix. And I'll just do 0.1 or something. And maybe I can just do this? Probably not. We'll see. Hey, it worked! I can't believe that worked. Totally expected that to fail. But that is in fact doing what I expected. Well, wanted, but not totally expected. Okay, so let's bring that down. Great. And, so part of what makes this difficult, I want to display the shader code as well. Fusion 005, what's going on? And the shader code is pretty simple. Well, first of all, I should be using different colors. So this is left, right, then top. Yeah, code object. The only thing is that I feel like code object is just gonna totally break. Great, that's perfect. It'd be a little nicer if I could see the background though. There's no way code object works with OpenGL already, is there? Oh yeah, I should probably make the description like something that makes sense. Which I would if I knew how to change the title. But I don't. But I'm making a walkthrough on OpenGL with Manim. Can't it handle multiple languages? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it'll work with OpenGL. Like, I don't know if I'll have to replace everything with like OpenGL text and OpenGL everything else. Let's see. This is a code here. Code from string. What are the odds this works? Probably like 0. Get this code variable. Gonna do code equals code, tab width equals whatever. I just try to do this. Oh, there's no embed. Or wait. Pretty low. Well, nothing happened. And then it did this. And it crashed right here. And it says all submetrics must be of type Vim object. Wait, what? If not all instances OpenGL Vim object. Yeah, so it's doing something wrong. Okay, that didn't work. But I can use regular text. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me... gotta move this into its own function. So here's get triangle mesh, and then I'll return this. Then I can just say triangle mesh equals self.get triangle mesh. Then do that. Okay, so I should do the same thing as doing before. Great. As for that text, let me get in text. I just try to add that. Perfect. I don't know if I wish I could drag this sort of. It'd be sort of nice if I could just drag this to where I wanted it and then have it like remember that location. But anyway. Now I think I should be able to just choose a font, which I also don't know how to do. But the documentation will save me. Right? 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 So I can do this and this. So you choose a font here. Yeah, it's not bad. I wonder if I have anything for... Okay, so I have to know the name of the font like this. Shouldn't I be able to just do font equals monospace? Okay, that kind of worked. So now... I wonder if text can read from a file... Wait. Nah, OpenGL code wouldn't work. Yeah, it looks like this can't read from a file. That's kind of a lot. And that's actually... What I'd like to do is move this triangle to the side. But if I did that, the rotation function will get a little more complicated. Because if all I do is rotate it to the side, like this, now it'll start moving in a circle, or it'll just crash. Okay. Oh yeah. 1, 0, 0. Like this. Now it's gonna start orbiting. Or at least I think it would if it was going faster. Oh, and if I wasn't adding to the homogeneous coordinate. Yeah, like that. So what I have to do is on each frame, wherever it is, translate it to the origin, rotate it, then translate it back. I don't know if I want to deal with that yet. So for right now, let's do this. Can this do new lines? Not like that. Dang. Having to write out each line would be more annoying. Wait, maybe I just... Interesting. Where's the high? I see. Oh, it's because these have all these spaces. Is there any difference between these two? Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and now I'm basically gonna have all of this. Although, Now it's gonna really feel it from the having to triangulate every frame. Man, I'm gonna have to go back and do things the right way. Oh, black is moving that there. Wait, why is it gone now? That's weird. I don't know why it wouldn't appear after I edited it. Worked that time. Man. Oh, I see why this wouldn't work. Because since it doesn't project the same way, it can't compute the left edge as well. Okay. Okay. Wait. Why is this on top of... Oh, is the eye just... Oh no, it's just on top of the brace for some reason. Wait, why is this invert even here? Is that just something rendering wrong? Oh, because it's all the way over here, so it's getting line wrapped. The line is getting wrapped automatically. Does GLSL let you do line breaks or something? I don't think it does. I think... Let me see. Is it line breaks or something? Multi-line command. There's no line continuation character. So if I want to be very strict, I won't be able to do this properly. Unless I figure out how to keep it from line wrapping like this. Is there a way to pass things to like the LaTeX header or something? I could always change the names of these and just make them shorter. And this is now correct still. I can make it smaller. Well, this is being scaled in Manim space, although it has to be brought down some more anyway. But at the time that I make this smaller, it's already been through all of the LaTeX stuff, which will do the line wrap. Maybe I'm just gonna call these shorter names. Because that's just where I am in life right now. Okay, so now I can make this a little bit bigger. I think. Great. I'm gonna have to cache the triangulation. I don't know if there's any getting around that. Okay, but now text, I can call this vertex shader. Is triangulating at every frame a big deal? Yes. It's a pretty big deal. Oh, I can't believe I saved that. Triangulating is like not terribly slow, but it's pretty slow. It really becomes a big deal if what I do... Wait, where was this before? When I do change word, that's weird. Something with having too many Vim shortcuts. Okay. It becomes a big deal if you have a lot of shapes, because now all of these are being triangulated on every frame. And like each of these letters is a separate mobject. So if I count the number of triangulations, where would that even happen? Oh, you vectorize object rendering. Here, this code is being run for every mobject. But since these aren't moving, these points aren't changing, it's recomputing the same triangulation over and over again. So if I did global, if you're doing fancy stuff, yep. And that's why I'm going to fix it on my code and never push it. Yeah, so like just thousands of these. That's a ton of work I could be saving. So... how would I save this? The difference between the triangulation that's occurring here and the triangulation that's done on the upstream version is Grant's triangulation is only an array of indices. Which, how does that work, actually? No, yeah, I see how that works. Because he doesn't have to save texture coordinates. It does this refresh triangulation. Wait. Oh, here, get triangulation. And it keeps this needs new triangulation. And this is updated, I think, whenever you... I don't know where this is updated, actually. Where is this updated? But if you call triangulate and this needs new triangulation is false, then it'll just return a cached one. What I'm going to want to do is cache, I think, this entire array of vertex, color, texture coordinates, and the texture mode. Because if I saved only the colors, well, I could save only the vertex, the vertices. No, because I have to know the lengths of the different parts of the vertices. Because I split up this array of points. Where? Here. I'd have to know how many concave, how many convex, and how many inner. And I don't think that's worth it. But what oh. This triggers refresh triangulation. This decorator... What does add wraps do? What does it mean? But this is going to take the old points for some reason. Then it'll call the function. Then... Oh, it'll see if it's necessary to recompute a triangulation. And if it is, then it'll refresh it. But that refresh triangulation is just switching this boolean. Which is okay. Doomed to slow complex scenes. No, I know how to fix it. Oh, you mean if I merge it? Yeah, basically. No. I'll probably end up merging it. Triangulate mobject. Well, there might be a fix. Hopefully I can do it. Attributes. So I append the triangulations of these. Refresh triangulation. I think I can use the same boolean. Needs new triangulation. So this, it's already doing this. It's saving a self.triangulation. So I can say if not mob.needs new triangulation, then I can return the current one. But this triangulation will be different. Hey Daryl Golden, what's going on? The triangulation that I'll be saving is different from the triangulation that will be saved if you're using Grant's shaders. I don't think that matters though. I don't even know why this is called for Grant's shaders. It's called when you do get fill shader wrapper, which will never get called, so I think that's fine. So I can just save self.triangulation. We got some interesting highs. And here I can just put self.mob.triangulation. Those attributes. At the end here. So now, what happens if you call a function that triggers a refresh triangulation? Basically, it'll just change this boolean. I'll just change this boolean. Well, I guess not exactly, because it'll also check the old points, then check the new points. Which is still what I want. So maybe this is all I need. But probably not. I just... Okay, and now... It's not printing. Why? If not, mom.dot needs new triangulation. Oh, at the end of this... Wait, how far down did I go? This... New triangulation equals false. Okay, now it's good. Okay, now it's spinning way faster. I can drag way faster. Great. That wasn't so bad. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm working on the tutorial. One way I'll find a way to set the title from OBS or whatever. But that day is not today. Okay, so I think that worked. That wasn't so bad. What really needs to happen though, I'm gonna have to eventually end up probably writing bindings over that C++ thing, this. That's probably what's gonna have to happen. I hope it doesn't have too many issues. I guess it doesn't do 3D. And it's not a big deal. Okay. You could probably commit that. Yeah. Okay. This is where it's at. This is the vertex shader. Maybe I'll just put the fragment shader beneath it. I wish this line wasn't so long. I wish there was a line continuation character. Also, is this... That's actually maybe even too big for the code. Maybe. I think I can definitely get away with that. And now what I'll do is add in the fragment shader. Okay. Put this here. Hope tree sitter stops breaking. Oh, whoops. What'd I do? No. Did it work? Oh, there it is. It's on top of the other one. Cool. Delete that, delete that. Move this to the down left corner. Nah, I think I just want this to be next to the other one. Put back in for new line. I don't know if it works. This way is more readable though. Anyway. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna increase the buffer there. That's install on the docks. So even if it does work, it'll be easier to read it this way than like this. Yeah, and it does work. But if I made this all one line, that would be like pretty hard to read. So let me just add a comment here. And a comment there. So now if you were to look at this, okay. I think that's fairly understandable. I want to add some new lines just to make this maximally readable. I think those can be the same. But now this pretty clearly tells you how uniforms work. Well, not really, because this isn't using the uniform, but whatever. Then you can tell that the vertex data, well, you wouldn't know what this means. But you can tell that the GL position is being set here. And that the color is passed to the varying variable, which goes into the fragment shader. And then you can kind of put it together from there. Kinda. Are the strokes in the text test supposed to be blue? Are the strokes blue? Oh. I know what you're talking about. In the GitHub comment. Or the GitHub issue or whatever. Now that I think of it, I don't know. Was there something wrong with that? Okay. Guess you found it out. Cool. Okay, it is supposed to be blue, great. Okay, so now, oh no, why is it over there now? Oh, I know why it's there. I have to do a line too. There. So now there's a few things I could do. I could show the data changing over time, although that I was going to be using a decimal number. And I remember the last time I was trying to use a decimal number, I just had to replace so much stuff that I just stopped doing it. I don't even know how. Is it like this? Yeah, and I guess that still doesn't work. Oh? No, it didn't work. That close. So I guess I won't show it updating with time. Okay, I think that's decent on its own. It's probably worth like shifting that triangle a bit, but I'll deal with that later. But you can see pretty directly the way that the matrix multiplication is affecting this. Great. Angel pipelines, that's good. Homogeneous coordinates. I still need to explain, though I think I just write about them or something. Okay, needs writing. What would I even do to show this? Wouldn't this show what attributes, variants, and uniforms do? Although I should probably do it in a more general sense before that. I don't even really know how to explain homogeneous coordinates. This I was working on, barycentric interpolation. But for now, I'll say needs writing. As for the vertex shader and fragment shader example, this pretty much sums it up. All I would have to do is have an example of this where I had a solid color, and that would show how the vertex shader works separately from the fragment shader. So at the very end here, this is where I want to have the... Okay. I think this is the point at which I could show this animation and everything would be covered. However, it's sometimes useful to like see what you're going to learn before you learn it. But I don't know for sure if that'll be helpful here yet. What else do I have code for? Shader data. I remember this being a really annoying scene. Guess I'll look at it again. Yeah, this is gonna be annoying. I don't even remember what this was. How did I have the patience to write that much code? Okay. Nice. You should use read lines in Python. Right now I'm trying to stomach the disappointment of how this entire thing doesn't work. How many lines is this? Like 400? Jeez. But I actually don't want to have the same code on the screen as I have in the file, because I wanted the names to be shorter. Unless I can figure out that line wrapping. How can I show an example of attributes, variants, and uniforms? I think what would be helpful... You can show this, the pipeline. Then maybe I should just go straight to a vertex shader example. Because that wouldn't be super hard. And all I have to do is show basically this. This, yeah. And you can't even control it with the camera. But this is a really straightforward example of how pretty much the simplest possible shader can work. So I have to organize this some more. So OpenGL pipeline. Then I want to do this half screen triangle. And after you've seen the pipeline and seen this. And this basically only needs like some writing so I know what to say. Once you've seen this shader is straightforward enough that you can kind of just start piecing together how this works. Especially if you've seen that thing beforehand. If you're looking at the shader, your main question would probably be just, how does this work? Why is there like an extra 1 here? And from there, I should probably get into homogeneous coordinates, actually. Which I don't even really know what to explain for homogeneous coordinates. They're a rather strange concept. Then I want to get into attributes, variance, and uniforms. So I'm going to call this half-screen triangle. Which might break this. Yeah, because it's still running the scene from the old thing. Okay, this is a big fat to-do, because this needs probably coding too. This. How to teach attributes, variance, and uniforms. I think a really easy way to learn this is, since this already updates live, which is really nice from an OpenGL and a learning standpoint. So you have the ability to just like add in attributes here. Well, it wouldn't be that straightforward because you'd have to update this, and there's kind of a lot of things to change. Make it a lot better. For this, the code is the same as the half-screen triangle. So that can have a check. Very centered interpolation. This is what I was working on, I think, when I got frustrated. So I think the code for this might be done. Not frustrated, but like sidetracked. And after this, it probably makes sense to get straight into model view projection matrices. Let me see what code I have for the barycentric, whatever. Varying interpolation. And I just know this code is going to be super, super disappointing. I guess it's not terrible. It's not doing what I expected it to. Why was the writing not working? It's just OpenGL tech. Depth test equals true? I don't think that should matter. Wait, hold on. Oh, they're skipping some stuff. And I think something crashed. Okay, gonna try that again. Varying interpolation. Nah, it's still doing the same thing. Why is right? It looks like the fill color is black. How does this work? Okay, well now I don't see anything. Oh, that is pretty close to white. Maybe I want like 6.5 or something. No, it looks like it just has... like the fill opacity is 0? Fragment variables, OpenGL V group. Oh yeah, that could do it. Because this thing should have fill opacity of, I guess, 1. And this might be a problem with the... No, it's still doing it. It might be a problem with the data not being passed correctly to the children. Because I know I tested with right before. And I want to tech this time, I think. Yeah, OpenGL tech. Okay. And that didn't work. And that didn't work either. Oh. And it still didn't work. Is it tech and then I put the dollar sign? Okay. Yeah, it looks like tech has something wrong, but if I do text... Wait, why does that not work either? There's no way I didn't test this, right? Is it because I didn't add it? No, that's the wrong thing. I've seen something similar with the graph scene stuff. Well, that's annoying. Didn't I do exactly this? Oh, this is an OpenGL. Wait, no, this is not animation. That doesn't make any sense. How did the previous thing work though? Like even what I said, what I had in the... Is this still going? Okay, that worked. Even this. Oh, it's just doing add. Darn. So something about right is making it do that. Life's hard. So why would that happen? And I guess it worked for the strokes. Maybe I'll just check the function. I don't even know what it's in like creation. It's just called super from draw border then fill, which is here. So I see the stroke color. If indexing is 0, point whites become partial and then match the style. Otherwise it interpolates only the outline. Only the outline? The object is only an outline. Wait, so we've got a subobject, a starting subobject, and an outline, which I think is the ending object. And the first thing it does is this. This is where it's drawing the curve and matching the style. Once that's finished, try other animations. That could help. Then it interpolates only the outline. It seems like the fill opacity is always wrong. You can see what happens if I do create. That works. And I usually test it with create as well. Hold on. Is this inheriting from something? Show partial. Okay. What I think must be happening is when this is copied, the copy doesn't have the same fill opacity. What if I set this up explicitly? That was create. No, same thing. Why did the fill color change the stroke color to blue? Curious. Anyway. It's doing interpolate between outline and starting object. What if I just set outline dot set fill? Like opacity equals 1, color equals blue. RGB. Okay, so that works. Which makes me think, which reconfirms what I was saying before, that I think the outline, when it's being copied, isn't setting the style information correctly. Okay, so where does outline come from? This is going to get into some of the complexity behind the animation structure. Can I comment that for now? If I go to scene, I think. Not scene. If I go to animation. I think when you init an animation, or when you begin an animation, it calls create starting object and then interpolates 0. So where is it? Try something with OpenGL object since it works with regular text. There's a decent chance with that, yeah. But I still have to know what it is that's going wrong. This doesn't have that much. It's mostly copying everything from draw border then fill. Now this begin self.get outline. Here it is object.copy, sets the fill to 0. I wonder what happens if I just get rid of that line. Okay. So I do want the fill to be 0 here, but I want the fill to be 1 later on. But it has the outline with the fill opacity is 0. Sets the stroke for each subobject in the family of that outline. And that goes to the stroke color of that. So that's how it saves the self.outline. So when it calls interpolate, wherever the animation gets interpolated, self.outline will already be here, will already be saved to the object. Wait, interpolate subobject. Where is this called? Interpolate mobject. It's gonna do star of mobs. And mobs is get all families zipped. How is self.outline? Why is Self.outline and get all families zipped. Oh, because in get all mobjects, which I guess is called from get all families zipped, it returns self.outline at the end. Else subobject and interpolate outline into the starting mobject. So starting mobject, this needs to have that opacity. So what I really wanted to do, starting mobject that's set fill. And this, it still doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Why? Why? Does interpolate? I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna print subobject dot fill opacity. Now I'm trying to fix a bug. And the fill opacity is 1. GBA. Even this is increasing, I think. Wait, it's only increasing for one of them. OpenGL SVG path object. There's like one of them for which this is not changing, and another one for which it is changing. My guess is that because OpenGL objects are structured, I can't believe I still have this file, but they're structured with like the text, or I guess the tech has no points. So that's an empty list. Then it's children equals like another text. And this one has the points. And this one has like the fill opacity. No, but this one's fill opacity is 1. So even if this one is the one that's getting updated, and this one's going from like 0 to 1. What's the fill color? One of them is pure white, and one's white with the opacity ranging from 0 to 1. Although, for a while, this doesn't have... Wait, how many are here? Okay. Now I need to know how many are here. Which means I need to know where this is called. Which is right here. So I'm going to bring all this printing to here. Star of mobs. So I think I want to print mobs at 0. Okay, there are 4 of them. And of those 4, there are 2 that are having their data updated. Well, that or there's 2 of them. And they're just being updated twice. for some reason. Is interpolate not... Do I need match style here? Them don't start with me. Oh my gosh, it's starting with me. My tab completion is like doing something weird. No. Interpolate the subobject. Tutorial, exactly. Could I put mobs? Oh yeah, I got... It went down this like big rabbit hole now. Let's do mobs at 1. Oh, I didn't even print it. It looks like none of these are stuck at 0. Has the starting the sub-object, the starting object, and the outline. Okay. Let me use the debug string, I guess. Mobs at 0.data.fill RGBA equals. I'm gonna do this 1 and 2. Yeah. Wait, but this is gonna change. Wait, I and mobs, plural. So I want to do it like this. It's being called once, where the mobject, starting mobject, and outline all have full opacity. Then once where the starting mobject has opacity 1, but the submobject and the outline have a variable opacity. I mean, none of this looks wrong, I don't think. I'd be expecting to see one of them with 0 for the fill opacity. Like this, pretty much. Why is it that when the fill opacity is 1, like at the end here, it's not appearing? Yeah, that's strange, alright. Maybe I should print it from the shader. In color. Wait, where is it finding the fill? Here, this is where it triangulates. Oh, it's from the caching. Is it from the caching? It was. Because I'm caching the color as well as the vertices and texture coordinates and stuff. So how do I fix that? Well, isn't the color the same for all of them? It's just numpy.repeat. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Take out the color here. Okay, for submob, the attributes equals this. Then I'll reset the color each time. This will just be attributes. That shape at 0. So now the vertex data is saved, but the color data is reset each time. Okay. Okay, so now I think that works. That was fun. And get rid of some of this printing. Animation.py. Great. I guess this means it's worth taking the time to ask, is there other stuff? Are any of these other attributes things that will sometimes have to be updated even if the points aren't updated? And I don't think that's true. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So now I can see this again. Try to see how this looks. Okay. Why was it... Okay, it looked like it's doing the same thing again, for one thing. Fade in, create, and write. I want to keep it going there. What's this called? This actually looks right. Oh, no, there's some sort of triangulation thing going on here. Oh, this isn't finishing the last frame. Do I have to wait after this? Or maybe it is just staying like that. For some reason. Is that because it's small or something like that? try to write something again. Which I'll tech and I'll do F sub 2. It is doing something there. At the very end, there's something missing. Why? Is that related to the caching? Messy set of bugs, yeah. And it is related to the caching. Let me try to run this without any of the caching. Close. The right is still doing something weird. And it did that even without any of the caching. What I do think I definitely want to solve this when the caching isn't working. I got creation.py again. And I'll try putting this match style here again. No, I don't think the match style needs to be there. Okay, the first thing I'll try to figure out... No, I need to figure out why when I write, the things are disappearing still. Like this. And that first time it doesn't happen. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this time everything works perfectly. Why? So that just worked. And here, the triangle labels, these are inside of a V group. Does that matter? Also, why are these fading in from the side? That's weird. Great, then I continue this. And these, the A1, A0, A2. It must be because they're inside this V group. So if I were to switch this, and say right of triangles labeled as 0, 1, and 2. Let's check this. Okay, continue that. Okay, and then it works. So it does have something to do with that parent. Oh, I crashed. I managed to crash NeoVim. Cool. And messed up my terminal pretty badly too. Yeah, example tutorial.py. Gotta love doing lots of weird stuff with your Vim. And your terminal. Okay, so I did figure it out that it has something to do with this V group. And why would that change things? Why? And I can tell that it's only changing things on the second part of this interpolate thing. The writing is working. But when I interpolate between the outline and the starting mobject, interpolate the sub-mobject between the outline and the starting mobject, that doesn't work. Oh, wait, I did it without the V group. And so take that out. I just put this right here. What did it do? It writes them and they're disappearing. Well, the second part isn't running at all. But why are they fading in? At the end of the animation, they're not just appearing there, they're fading in. Oh, now I messed it up. It's because I moved the camera. Why? Sub-alpha isn't working as it's supposed to. It could be. I think what's happening is that, wait, let me look at it again. They're all fading in together. I think the sub-alpha only matters if it's being applied to the parent mobject, the one on the OpenGL group. Style that match style. Well, match style takes a mobject, and sub-alpha is a number. So that wouldn't work. Is this where this happens? I'll just print mobs at 0 dot data GBA. I'm gonna have to print. Yeah, let me do this so I can see where it starts. Okay, there are 5. Why are there 5? There are 5 things that are interpolated. 6? It is 6. Interesting. Oh, it must be 1 for the numbers, maybe? F sub A. Oh, because there's a V group. And that V group is containing 3 OpenGL tech things. And those each have a child? Maybe? But wouldn't that make 7? Okay, I gotta print the object itself too. Okay, so it's only interpolating the symbols, not the Vim object itself. And I guess at the very end, it's interpolating all of them to 0? Oh, interpolating all of them to alpha equals 1? This has to be doing something with the Vim object itself. Doesn't it? Although I don't even know where this... if this is saved to the animation at all. I'm gonna print self.mobject.data that fill RGBA. It's 0 the entire time, which I don't think should matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really stuck on this one. I hate Python. You know what would have been better? Is if this code base was written in C++. Gotta get that speed up somehow. Okay. But it's been 2 hours anyway, so I... and Julia. Somebody did like a project similar to that. Which will be faster, I guess. Yeah, the seg faults would be insane. Rust would be nice, yeah. Rust seems a lot like a free lunch, actually. I guess the trade-off in Rust is that the development time is slower. Okay, I'm only gonna interpolate the 0th one. Oh my gosh, give me a break. Not in... Oh my gosh. And C++ is good. It's pretty nice. I can't tell if that worked or not. Yeah, this is making less sense the more I debug it. This is interpolating everything except for the 0th one. So why is only one of them appearing? Okay. I'm gonna raid someone because I'm getting too frustrated with this. Well, it's also just been the normal time that I go. Well, this guy's on the top of the category for some reason, so... And he has 9 followers. Okay, sure, let's rate this person. Science, well, sort of. Great. Say hi and stuff. And I will hopefully find a way to fix this. If I'm lucky.
System number.
Mm-hmm.